I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Almost felt that.
No turning back.
Where do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Nobody gets out of my domain, whether alive or dead.
I'm leaving, Father. Try and stop me.
There must be some unconquerable force or foe awaiting you just at the border of your realm and ours. We cannot even see it through a shroud of darkness there. I shall make certain that your family knows it may take considerable time to surpass. So fear not, for we are patient here.
Okay. Deflection beam, nah, that's not what I want.
Appreciate the backup. That's what you get. Something.
Oh, what hit me?
Come on, then.
Do that.
Yeah, the rolling's disabled. Forgot about that.
I can't.
Nice.
Some of Charon's wares.
Just what I wanted to see.
you sneak.
This is less encouraging.
Dead.
My brave daughter Athena beat me to you this time, has she? No matter. With her blessing and my own, you shall be nigh unstoppable.
Good. Ah, heck. I'm not doing that. It would be nice to level up his lightning strike, I guess, but I need this hammer.
Time to mix up my style.
Wow, they took away the good one.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
That's lousy.
I'll take this one. Let's break some hearts. Ready.
That's actually worth using, I guess. It's not too bad, but it's... Eh.
Not yet.
Jeez. Yes. I will. Need that.
Let me have it.
Please visit me as frequently as you would like, or dare. Do what you think is best.
Okay. It's gonna be rough. But I couldn't help it.
Delicious.
Gotta do the boss without attacking.
I'm back, ladies.
I'm dead. Wish this wouldn't explode so easily, because I'd not get what I needed to win. Yeah, I'm dead.
No
Wasn't
turning
sure
back.
just how bad that would be, but it's undoable. Chaos killed
Never
me.
lay hands upon Gygaros, boy. Ever again. The power in that spear could tear you to pieces finer than the ones to which some of your ancestors were once reduced.
I could take him.
There must be some unconquerable force or foe.
Rearmed. Disappear. How careless of me.
Can't do that.
Damn, jeez.
I summon you.
Okay, guys, try not to make me lose this time. The freaking worst debuff possible.
Darkness.
Please visit me as frequently.
Come on then.
Yeah.
Not yet. Perfect.
Hmm.
Stay dead.
Living on Olympus here, I'm surrounded by my family, but I always felt alone. I know that's not the same as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
I'll make every strike count. I'll take this one.
Less damage. There's 2 more rooms and I get some serious backstab damage.
You rats again, huh?
something for you this time, little Hades. Something special I've saved for when you really proved yourself.
Nice.
Power of the sea. Not a chance. Not now.
Oh, come on. I was opening the door. I got blown up 50 damage. That's terrible. Heck. What a dumb debuff that is. The trap's done that much damage. That's silly. Wow. Getting bodied now.
Right there. Should help keep me going.
Why is this game so mean about disabling the worst thing? Heck. I'm screwed again. Well, at least this time I can win this fight.
I'm back, ladies.
Electotis, you ready? What have you done with the pact, Zagreus? This isn't even Asphodel, and I can barely tolerate the heat. Do you really want to die this terribly?
Appreciate all the concern, but I just thought I'd live a little, Meg. You ought to try it for yourself sometime.
You ought to try watching your mouth. You want a swift and painful death, you'll have one momentarily. Attack!
I can't.
You haven't got me yet.
I can't.
Basically, I have no upgrades at all. After that entire first sector.
Start reloading.
I need to make sure Zeus is in here.
This was done. I'm not through with you yet. Swarm. No! You can't.
The others flew off.
You'll have more difficulties up in Asphodel.
Next stop, Asphodel. Keepsakes hold pound. Okay. boons for coin.
If I'm forced to, I'll purge that. I can't remember if that's on or not yet.
All right, the purging pool. Feel cleaner already. Nowhere to go but up. Cheers.
Need to find chain lightning again and support fire.
Asphodel.
I'm out.
Ready. On to the next one.
Attack speed would be nice too.
Got to hold on.
I'm empty.
How about we pick the pace up just a little, cuz?
It's an aspect.
Or maybe by a lot? Whatever you've the mood and stomach for right now.
Faster than ever.
Great. I can't seem to find Zeus. Where's Zeus? I need him. If I don't find him, I don't have no chance at all.
I've got a choice to make.
I'm ever grateful, nephew.
I understand you've made your choice, cousin. And I, in turn, now have my family's reputation to uphold.
She won't like this.
Yuck. That's a lot of fellas. Just can't even move. Jeez. There's so many. Oh, come on. Get me even more. Ah, jeez. That really spammed me. It sucks. I don't really have an option here. It was awful.
Not yet.
She's armoring the heck out of them. That don't matter really, but be scary with a different weapon. Now that the stinking turrets are dead, I can fight back.
I'm satisfied we understand each other better now, don't we? What do you say we carry on and get you from this place?
Get out of here, Athena. I don't want you here. I need
Appreciate the backup.
Zeus so bad. This gun will not work without him, and it took this long to get him. That's why all of this is falling apart. I should have started with him.
Huh, a little quieter than usual. Oh. Thought Voidstones didn't get this big.
I've never seen that before.
Barge of death.
What the heck, dude? I'm dead.
Meg, help.
I'm here.
Bye now.
I think I can deflect the bombs. Oh, this sucks. What a dumb battle, dude. This is awful. What the heck is this barge? What a time to run into something like this that I've never seen before. Okay, now I actually have to beat these 5 dudes now. Zeus, please. Give me a attack upgrade, you jerk.
Over there.
My brave daughter Athena beat me to you this time, has she? No matter. With her blessing and my own, you shall be nigh unstoppable.
You gotta be kidding, dude. I'm turning that off. That is the worst thing. I'm not putting up with it anymore. It's way too obnoxious
Shocking.
to steal the choices away. And it just cost me the run again. The 2nd time in a row. That RNG boosting garbage is not the difficulty I need. I'd rather make the enemies 4 times harder than have them turn me off of every upgrade that I like. Without that, I definitely lost. Like, that was a huge fuck you from the RNG.
Not now.
One health left. Not looking good.
Megara?
What, again?
Oh, wrong button. That's okay.
Going?
Don't have any more calls now.
Now what? Good to be be back here.
Majesty.
Eurydice, did you by any chance ever meet a Persephone during the whole thing when Orpheus came down to try to get you?
Oh, her? Yeah, she was with Hades Sr. Why? Wait. Whoa. Are you? I thought...
It's complicated, and please keep it quiet. I was just wondering, what was she like, if you recall?
Didn't get much of an impression, but I can tell you this. She had good taste in music. Orpheus and I think we won her over with our little duet. Haven't seen or heard from her lately, though. For you.
I'm being RNG'd out of a chance to win here.
Stay cool.
I wasn't doing very well anyway, but they're really hurting me bad with the... I might just restart if they don't give me Zeus now. Nah, okay.
I can use this.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna change my settings. This sucks. It's like an unwinnable roll. Like, it's just ridiculous how bad that was to me. Alright, returning this garbage off. It's easily the worst thing on here. I'd rather do this at 100% speed than put up with that garbage. I can have that instead. I'm gonna devalue the store. And just not go shopping. That really hurts though, I think. Half HP. That seems better.
Needing that fancy weapon there or what?
You are bound to me, and I am your host. No turning back.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'd rather have them not show me.
With your chamber walls than with the boatman Charon, boy. Not all those of the underworld are prone to ceaseless chatter quite like you.
Ceaseless chatter.
Zeus, hook me up right away, buddy.
Someday, when we'll be resting easy on these heights, why, we'll look back at this and laugh, I'm sure of it.
Okay, big difference now. Already doing more damage than I was doing with all the other stuff I had. Thought I'd play the RNG and roll 150 gold and just hope that I would find Zeus, but that's not the way to do this. I need to make sure that he comes in and gives me that. Definitely upgrade that as much as possible is the goal here. Oh, missed the HP. Too bad.
collect.
17 damage tick. 20 ticks in 3 seconds.
Witches.
Oh man, that hurts. I need to make sure I don't get trapped like that. I believe in the electric ray. This was my choice as one of like the 4 or 5 weapons I feel like I might have a chance with this. I have to stand still a lot with it though. Would like to get some extra dashes. Oh, why is that on now? Why can I roll the... Well, whatever. I thought that was disabled. My ability to roll the room.
It's likely, little Hades, that you currently reside just underneath one of my boundless seas. Normally, you'd have to be submerged to use this power, but you know what? Close enough.
I did pick up a key, so I got one back, but I mean, the skill to roll the room should be off completely, so I wouldn't think it would turn on just because of that. Battle dash, please. I don't know what hammer upgrade would be good for this, but there are a few. There's one that makes me not have to reload, that would be nice. Probably tops. Anything that extends my range. Stuff that involves the special is almost worthless. And the last time I got a hammer, it gave me only upgrades for the special and disabled the attack one because of that perk that I turned off. It probably will never turn on again.
Some modifications to the rail are in order.
Attack pierces. I don't think concentrated beam is really that much damage. I think I'm better off with this. Piercing and armor destruction means more electricity and no armor enemies.
All tuned up.
A second one. This feels risky. I'm gonna buy the HP because I'm about to lose a bunch. I'm gonna visit Chaos twice.
You chose to visit me again within these darkest reaches of the earth, as I in turn now choose to offer you the means to alter your reality.
Definitely seeing that attack boost. A pretty easy debuff. I mean, if they're gonna give me the stones, I'll do keys.
Nice.
That's a lot of bombs. I always underestimate how many that can become.
I summon you.
I knew this would hurt.
Darkness.
Tough call. These two are both good. I think the Back damage is probably what I want. I don't like this effect. I don't think I mind if there's more enemies very much.
Mark be with you.
But if it isn't you, hey, Your Highness, good old Baldy there had several things he wanted to tell you. Thank you for listening to him. With all that said, I think I've got something for you right here. Good idea.
Maybe I should have grabbed the healing. Maybe I should have considered. Oh well, there's a store right here. Hopefully we'll get a heal. Jolted, please.
Use this.
Your Charon there must drive quite a hard bargain, Zagreus, if he would keep you from your victory just for a bit of coin.
There it is. Oh, this is gonna be big.
Better.
I no longer feel like I need HP, but that's not bad. Having 100 HP coming in here with that. Good luck.
Back, ladies.
Trash god. Ugh, would you just look at him? That smug look, that posture, everything. Please tell me you're not going soft for this trash god.
Trash god.
Sister.
Come on, Electo. When was the last time that we looked to one another for approval? Besides, as long as we kill him, what do you even care?
You know, fair point there, sister. Very nicely said. Let's kill him now!
Come closer.
Not yet.
Oh.
She's getting mad.
Oh jeez, that blade. Holy crap, that hurt. I got caught by the whole thing. I just took like 60 damage all of a sudden from that.
Ugh, that one. This
Up
could
from
be
12 to
longer
80
than my
damage
weapons.
taken there. Hey, we got Zeus.
Sisters are on better terms.
Next stop,
Artemis is next. I need healed.
Let's see here.
I don't have any
Deal with
money.
that one.
I have to throw something away. It's gonna have to be Tidal Dash. Because those other two are essential.
forgot
I hate
to
that,
purge a
but
boon.
goodbye Tidal Dash.
The gods won't mind.
I had just a little bit more money.
Nowhere to go but up. And check. Ugh, this heat.
My chaos boons are in there. Oh, the laser gun can be strong if I get my build. It could be pretty nice. Oh, jeez. I think its weakness is going to be displayed right here with these things, because like it's hard for me to shoot them without taking 1,000,000 damage. This is going to be one of the worst rooms.
So close.
Oh, they're so gross. They shoot too much.
Megara?
No problem. Keep going.
Wow. 1 HP.
A curse of chaos has expired.
That hurts
Stronger still.
so bad.
On to the next one. More bloodless.
Okay, no more bombs. We just do more damage now. is this? Why are they spawning like this? Hey. There must be a bunch of them up here or something. Oh no. Sure are a lot of enemies in here.
Not now.
Oh, great. I don't know about doing this one. I sure would like to have those. I just don't see it. Man, I wish I could pause the clock. I can't imagine succeeding on those two with this gun. Armors would be a nice upgrade.
Not a chance.
If I could get it.
Can't do that.
Oh, come on. I dashed the wrong way, really? That was my controller. I went left and it decided to drift down at the worst time. That sucks. All that holding on.
It's Hermes.
Hey boss, not much to report up here, but I've not exactly come this far to bring you news, have I?
I don't think I can do it with this gun. It's just not working out. I'm taking too much damage. I have to stand still too much. Oh no.
The witch is so...
Meg.
You called? Don't die.
Gross. Oh, it's dead again.
Your name, it means great hunter, Zagreus. I guess your mother Nyx must have expected someday that you'd pick up a few pointers from myself.
Looking for support fire. She's not giving it to me, which isn't great. But I'll just keep trying. Man. All the rooms are bad too because the RNG is worse as well. Another thing that got turned off. Maybe I should turn that back on as well. Maybe I'm picking the wrong traits to deal with. I think if I got a build going, which I'm halfway to right now,
Let's fire
it would be easier than anything else. What? That went around the pillar. Unbelievable.
I can't.
Cannot see. I'm dead. I think this runs over. I'm gonna change weapons. This isn't gonna happen. That beam is just too dangerous to use. Alternatively,
I've returned.
this one you don't stand still at all. I don't know what to take with it though. Doom. Aphrodite. turn back on, huh? That's really bad for me now with this. Turning off the RNG on the mirror, I think it's hurt me a lot more than I expected. Let's do that.
No turning back.
Healing's gonna be much harder to gather, but
Upon my name, you lack the cheerfulness of Hypnos and the competence of Thanatos, but have more willfulness than both combined.
I think the laser gun works, but it's more situational than this gun.
Why, something's changed about the beating of your heart, dearest. Oh, it's the little Gorgon, isn't it? You underworld dwellers and your complicated feelings. I can never get enough. My blessings to the both of you then,
Okay.
Let's break some hearts.
I would take his cast, maybe? I don't know.
That's what you get.
Oh, hey, you must have had a run-in with a lovely Aphrodite, am I right or am I right there, Zag? But I have just the thing to go with her.
Time to feast. Fish. Wow, a Skilla Scion.
Wow.
Come on, then.
Teleporting skulls. We're gonna upgrade that. Okay, 50 HP is definitely
I'm in.
appealing to me here.
Let's hear it.
You shall not escape.
Can't take damage though.
They won't harm a hair on my head.
Oh, jeez.
Great.
Fell short of expectations.
Never felt this before. That freaking split. Damn it.
Ugh.
That's too bad. But are we here already? No, we're fine.
I have something for you here.
That's really awful. Losing that hurts so much.
What do we have here? You lads again, huh? Lord Ares.
War's such a wondrous thing, my kin. It solves so many different problems whilst perpetuating its own inevitability. Let's keep it up then,
This one's really good for me,
Violence.
considering. It's actually one of the best things I could find when I think about it. Just making one next shot really good. Everyone has little enemies to kill. Attack faster. That's new. I don't want that though. Not this time. It sounds really good, but it's just not gonna work with my goal here.
Tuned up. Worthless. In the name of Hades.
Good morning. Special Olympics Doom.
Good enough to eat.
Just on a little break. Word is that the most beautiful music's been heard up in Asphodel lately, Prince. From the sound of it, why, I think that has got to be Eurydice and Orpheus.
You heard correctly, Sisyphus. Orpheus is reunited with his muse at last. Or at least he gets to visit on the regular when he isn't busy at my father's house. So you've heard of them, have you?
Oh, I've more than heard of them. I'm sure you know how Orpheus once ventured all the way down here after Eurydice passed on. I'll never forget his song. Even the Fury Sisters gave me a break. They were so captivated by it then. Ah, good times. For me, at least. I got you covered, Prince.
Cheers, mate. Boldy. Good chat.
You have been blessed by Boldy. Do tell the Furies I...
Should help keep me going.
I don't think that helps. Move speed's good. Dash, extra dash is nice. Probably should have gone for that. That's okay.
Got a bite. Got me a knucklehead.
Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm just taking too much time. I gotta go faster. That's why I wanted the move speed.
Would you just look at him?
Come on.
Crash God.
You know?
She's getting mad.
Come closer. I can't.
Got her.
Gotta go.
Let's see how you fare in warmer environments.
Next stop, Asphodel. Which one?
Which one indeed? I'm not sure. This one sounds great. I'll take it.
I need to purge one of my booms first.
Thanks for the money, Zeus.
That's enough Tartarus. Check.
On this gun, Zeus is actually the worst. Don't want him at all. My build is switched to the opposite of what it was.
More spreaders.
Unlike that gun though, which is good against a lot of things, but weak against some specific enemies, this one doesn't really... It's not really weak against anything. It's not really an enemy in this game that handles this gun well. You're always moving, and you just hit really hard. From a distance. Nothing in this game fights this gun. This gun is wild.
Palm power.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go for more dashes if I can get them again. Or dodge.
Hey boss, not much to report up here, but I've not exactly come this far to bring you news, have I?
A little bit of money. HP's tempting. I need more boons to purge. I need some bad ones.
Whose favor to choose? My heart is full.
You overstep your bounds with me, nephew, but I shall make you fall right back in line.
You won't like this. Can't do that.
Oh, I don't have the heart to keep exacting vengeance on you, nephew.
I don't think there's anything Zeus has that I want.
The Witch's Circle.
Wars waged over love, my kin. Can you imagine that? The Lady Aphrodite and I can endlessly discuss such circumstances. I trust from time to time you stop to ask yourself how come you choose to fight. Not that you need a reason, of course.
Oh, Lord Ares, truly there isn't a need to cloud our little godling's thoughts and judgment with such comments, is there? Let's give him what he wants, and we can carry on in private about that.
Oh.
That sounds strange.
Thanks, family. Let me have it. Darkness.
This space grows far more interesting when you occupy a small amount of it.
This is the only one that helps, but it's painful in the meantime.
Majesty, you been snacking on onions or something there, hun? No offense or anything, but you smell like you ate a whole one of them raw.
Yes, but wait. How else are you supposed to eat those things?
What, are you kidding me? You can grill them, saute them, fry them, boil them, pickle them, roast them? Oh, hun, you've been missing out. All yours.
Really hit the spot. Bye now.
Stay cool.
I'll take this one. Which boon's it going to be?
Okay. This feels like a much more regular run. Oh, there's a cup there I should have busted, dang.
Why must we always fight like this, Lerny? Rearming. Meg, help!
How could you stand this heat?
Jeez, I got hurt really bad by something. Did all that happen in here?
Enough. Denizens of the deep, arise. I win this round, Fish.
A curse of chaos has expired.
Good.
I trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
Heck. Probably side hustle, I guess. I'm throwing away probably 200 gold by getting rid of it, though.
Enough of this place. And check.
I need to not take very much damage for a while, if I can help it, because it's hurting.
Nice and cool up here.
Got plenty of time. Can take it easy and just not take some damage.
Out of my sight.
What is that? Does it just keep hitting them with Doom over and over again? That's pretty good. It has what's the word? It increments down though. It doesn't keep doing full damage. Man. Oh well, we'll take this, I guess.
Done and done.
With this, now it will actually connect.
More chariots.
What the? Thing spawned right on top of me. Kind of hurting too much for that. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going in anyway, I don't care.
In the name of Hades.
The chance for attack damage is too strong. I'm gonna grab that, I guess.
I suspected you would choose the same.
It doesn't hurt me very much.
This heat, it reminds me of when I was young, living in darkness, learning to fight, to kill.
I suppose you're about to put that learning to practice in another moment here?
I am. The heat fills me with strength. Let's see if it has any effect on you.
Hurry.
What? He's way over there, damn it. Oh my god. Caught me real quick. I'm not used to the speed up. I probably should turn that off. Yeah, he's wiping me out. That is definitely the strongest thing you can give them. Like, it's the only one that really changes the game, is the speed up for the enemies. He's too fast for me. I'm so trained on him being slower, I can't deal with it. Muscle memory is wrong.
the sound of that.
He's still alive? Like, he's faster than I can even possibly evade. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to control him well enough to deal with him moving that fast. He hits me every single time he does that. I'm sure there's a way to dodge it, but I don't know it. His AI is very specific about how he moves. It's really bad on Hades because he has no tell at all on any of his freaking moves. Well, I'm definitely not going to win this run, so that sucks. He just shut me down. I thought I could do it. It wasn't a great run, but I mean, my damage isn't very high, but him killing me twice, it's pretty much the end of it.
Regenerating.
I think I ought to turn off that speed. I bet everything will change when I do that.
I'm authorized.
I have a challenge for you, boy.
Oh, come on.
How fortunate for you.
Short work.
That helps. Except for that 50 health I lost earlier, which would make a huge difference if I hadn't lost that. Stray projectile got me and took a crazy high amount of health away. From the top end. Oh geez, I didn't see him down there. Some guy hiding behind the gate down here. So many.
Yes. Chaos Boon evolved a new effect.
Don't it?
Whatever, let's try it.
I need whatever I can get.
All right, Regis, get to work.
Who else? You lad, huh?
Ah, that's enough.
That's not much.
Quiet. catch my breath. Powered up.
I'm not willing to throw it in yet. Maybe I can recover
How's
this.
hell treating you today?
It kind of depends on how well this next fight goes, I guess.
There is no greater pleasure in Elysium than vanquishing the likes of you.
Okay. I hate that charge so much.
Not even a scratch.
It's not How could you? You shall be imminently overrun, I can assure you, blackguard. You scratched the detailing! Can you do this to me? Lord Poseidon, I invoke your might! Aphrodite!
Who dares threaten my little goblin?
Return!
I think the Extreme Measures 3 of these guys is actually easier than the regular version.
That ought to make Theseus shut it for a bit. Showed them who's boss, didn't we?
I
Shade?
never have trouble with them.
I'll take the service exit, thanks. Beats dying.
That's really good. Now it's like only dead ones. I'm gonna switch to something that gives me 30% more damage to distant foes could be pretty good. At this point, it's going to start leveling up garbage, so I think I should switch off this. This is good. I think this is better than damage up. This is just going to give me more survivability. I'll take it. I'm going to purge.
For coin.
Heck, I don't want to purge any of this. They rolled the best stuff I have almost. I'll take move speed out, I guess.
Needing that.
Hurts.
Done.
Yeah, the chariot only hurts me when it does its weird
I'm sure the satyrs are back.
bullet storm. Usually he's just bombing nothing. Asterius is a little more dangerous, I think. But it doesn't matter, because I'm focused on him.
Where to? Ready.
Kind of bad against the rats, so I can just spam my regular gun, I guess. You would think they'd shut me down, though.
Hello. My chambers are a mess.
Oof. That's close. Oof. Sneaky rat. Poison, jeez. This is a really mean terrain for this.
Excellent. I got one. It's a scuffer, all right. I can use this.
30% move speed.
Let's go.
It's been upgraded. Okay.
Maybe it's in here.
I can sell this now. I don't think I'm gonna get more HP.
Should I take the trade? It's no use. Found it fast this time. Delicious. Palmed up. A quiet taste.
If that timer goes empty, I take some damage, I think. Not sure exactly how it works, though. Okay, I've got 2 reses, 312 health. This isn't too bad, but I don't know how well this is gonna go. He is sped up,
I owe you one, boy.
and I'm not great at this fight yet.
Crisp, cold air.
We have to beat him to get that fish. He's looking at that
It is
fish.
a testament to the awful might of Demeter that even with the surge of heat created by the Pact of Punishment you toy with recklessly, this place remains a frozen waste.
The Pact did make the road here a little more fraught than usual, but if it couldn't stop me, I can't imagine it could stop Demeter.
Forget her and the blasted Pact. I'll stop you myself.
Huh?
Darkness.
He just immediately cured himself.
Now.
Ow, man. He is kicking my ass with those. Ugh. Need to be more defensive and less spammy.
A wasted effort. Darkness.
I can't believe I couldn't get him with 5 bombs. It's still not enough to connect the shot. His spear throw is super rude with his 0 time. This is what I mean. His speed up makes him so much more ridiculous. He just instantly tosses that thing all the time. He loves doing it.
You cannot sway me, boy. Come, wretches. I shall turn you from our sight. Darkness.
Ugh. I need another dash. Wish Hermes would give me that instead of move speed. I wouldn't be taking all these freaking hits. I'm just a little too slow.
Darkness.
Man. Always empty on him.
Right. Darkness. You asked for this. Died already.
Wow. Jeez. You gotta be kidding, dude. He is dead on with that thing.
Perish. I have something for you.
Let's complicate things.
I wasted that. I shouldn't have used that yet. She didn't get the full damage off.
Not right now.
You blasted little.
Not much time left.
Here.
What happened? Oh no, my time's out? Really? I took 4 minutes to fight him. I'm doomed. It's over. Friggin' timer. I can't believe that ran out. Was I really on that fight for 4 minutes? I just don't do enough damage then. I didn't think that would run out. I wasn't even paying attention to it.
Blasted pact of punishment.
That sucks. What a I'm turning that one off too. Fuck that.
I'm up, so you just plain ran out of time and died, all according to the pact of punishment there, huh? Now that is what I call a deadline.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
I have to say, lad, this place is livelier than usual of late. Some of the old fixtures of the house getting patched up, new furnishings. It's rather nice, really. We've you to thank, don't we?
Oh, that? It's nothing. Though I'm glad it's made a difference for the better. Our contractor's been doing all the work, I'm just putting in the orders.
And the funds. Your father runs the underworld a certain way. This old house is lavish, I suppose, but he has long since ceased trying to make it livable at all. So the changes are appreciated.
Glad to hear it. You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
That blows. Some of those tactic punishments are not fun at all, and I'm gonna finish this and never turn them back on.
You know, mate,
It's just not
sometimes I
interesting.
worry that you're taking my tall tales rather seriously. You're not really going about and telling everyone this stuff, are you?
Come now, my friend. I know this is a test of faith. Of course I am committed to the spread of such heroic deeds as yours. And I do so enjoy getting to hear them first.
What have I done?
Well, Zag, you like things nice and complicated, don't you? Apparently so do I.
If you're asking if I have any regrets about what happened between us, the answer is no. Being with you, any complications there are worth it.
You don't need to tell me. 2 rules if you want to keep this up. First, we set the personal aside when we're out there. I better not hear a soul say I'm going soft on you. And second, keep up this slightly more mature thing you've had going for you recently.
Wasn't planning on sliding back into the insensitive nonsense of youth, so I don't think the second thing will be a problem. But the first, can we really just keep killing each other out there like nothing happened?
Huh. Guess you'll find out.
Here's the latest cat, Chef. Done deal. Hey, not bad, head chef. Nyx, did you really give Dusa quite possibly the sole surviving Epsilon Edition Chthonic companion in the entire underworld? She's very grateful for it. So much so that she entrusted Feedy to my care. They grow in power that way, right?
The severed Gorgon head is not without redeeming attributes, my child. Though I expected this companion would soon find its way to you, the way the 2 of you have grown attached. Thus, in one action, both of you have found encouragement.
That's very calculating when you put it quite like that.
So how has it been between you and your father lately, Zagreus? I know the 2 of you have lots of work ahead of you. Especially
Hit me
him.
with a skull.
Well, it's been alright, I guess. I think he's set in some of his ways. But at least we have some sort of understanding now, even if he acts like everything is still the same when I'm out there on the job.
He says it so you put forth your fullest effort every time. All this is a big adjustment for him as well. Not that it's any excuse for how he's treated you. Are you all right seeing us together?
Yes, I'm glad for you.
I don't know why my damage was so low last time. I just couldn't get those numbers up. Should I try a different weapon?
Okay. Captain. I knew it. What infernal forge created you?
My top weapons are this punch fist with bonus punch. Anything on the bow, really. All the bow, except for Hera. I've never tried that. But the other bows, this one's really high damage, and the other one, the first one's fine. Charon's is easy to make good. Pretty much everything on the gun that I've used is good. I've won with the spear many times. The sword and the shield I'm really bad with. debating if I'm going to be able to use this.
Good as new.
I think I will be. I think I can win with anything if I just switch this. It was only at 20%. It's still nasty. I'd rather do almost anything else with that. How am I going to get 5 points now that I turn that off? Damn clock. Depending on what weapon I use, this wouldn't be such a problem. This is only 2 points for a pretty hefty problem. That's gonna remove about 4 boons from the whole round at least, like at a minimum, for 2 heat. I never disliked it. Hades himself is the big problem, generally speaking. No one else really bothers me. He's not unbelievably strong with just 20%, but it's definitely a lot more than normal. Get half. I mean, this says 100%. Is it half or is it disabling healing completely? I haven't really been paying attention to that.
Needing another fancy weapon there or what?
Let's have a look here.
This is just gonna give me worse RNG, that's all. Which I hate, but probably be okay.
Oh, hi.
It's got a really annoying grind, and I don't think it has as much content as it needs. But it's pretty solid. What's here is good.
The ever-shifting hell of Tartarus. You can't contain me, don't you know by now?
It's got story content. It's got lots of that. It's got too much of that, and not enough gameplay content. think I'm gonna go with this. Why is disabling healing completely only 4 heat then? I think that whole act needs rebalanced. They don't seem to know what's actually difficult and what's not. Not getting hit is harder to do than disabling RNG on my mirror. that's where 3 no healing is much worse than almost everything on that mirror. And it's only 4 points. I could see using this the whole time and trying to stack a bunch of damage. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it definitely is like enemies hitting harder is only worth a little bit, and I feel like that's dangerous. This one's crazy. After this point, like once the first 2 levels aren't so bad, but past this, it gets a little much. That's pretty mean. This, I think, is incredible. That's so much. This is going to disable the store completely almost. I feel like that's just so much to put down. You're only going to get the shop like 1 time. And that's only worth 2 points. 60% more enemies is pretty fierce too. But I'm okay with that, I guess. Because the enemies can be wiped up pretty quick. This is nothing. The only one here that matters is Hades. The rest of them, whatever. And that's 10. Hades is properly measured. The other 3 should be 1 each. That's it. This one's correct, I think. This one, I honestly wish that the whole pact was this, except expanded dramatically. Like, this needs to be very influential and not just this minor thing that it is. I like this one the best out of everything on the mirror in terms of what it does. This and extreme measures are what I would hope to see out of difficulty changes, and there's only those 2. And this one's good too. This one is very mean. Surprisingly, because 20% doesn't sound like a lot, but 20-40% it's pretty tough. This one's nothing. This one's not very mean. I'm good with this, I think. This one sucks a lot. This is like... I just straight up hate this. I wouldn't play the game if I had to play that, I think. I'm glad that it's not mandatory for this. I can get to 32 without this, because I've already done a couple runs today where it's completely shut me down. I hate it. It's like the most anti-fun thing. To not be able to take something good that is shown to you.
What could go wrong?
Let's give this a shot.
There's something.
We are all willful children, are we not? I'm daughter to Hyperion, you know. A titan so obscure and hated that Lord Zeus, he started calling me his birth sister. So much did he dislike this bit of truth.
And to get a rise out of me, too.
I don't know that she's who I'm looking for here. I'll put this on the special, that would make sense. Not taking damage isn't so hard with a bow. I feel like I'm gonna get some decent chunks of damage out of that. Like at a minimum, it's gonna be like 20%, no problem.
Here's Butterfly.
Whoa. Jet Skull.
You're mine. Not now.
Why, little Hades, there's a certain chill about you, meaning you received an ice-cold blessing courtesy of Elder Goddess Demeter, correct? Now, personally, I think water's best in liquid form, but who am I to judge?
Might of the sea.
Cool. Gives me 2% now. That's so much. Whoa. He summoned a bunch of armored fellas. That sucks. Jeez. Oh, jeez, man. There's so many because of that garbage.
Good enough to eat. Got some zest. Going in. I'm back here.
The tremors underneath the earth foretold of your arrival at this very moment, son of Hades, and I have anticipated it.
No special for 4 rooms. That's too bad.
Oh, this place.
Meg, hold on. Don't die.
Thanks.
Please don't target the wrong thing there for
One less giant evil.
I sense you finally acted on your pent-up passion for the Fury Megara, yes, little godling? These types of things, they don't escape my notice, and they're always so enjoyable to see.
Love and loss.
right. tempting. I always forget. Immediately threw my trinket power away because of that. Wow, there's stuff everywhere. What the heck? The little clones are as bad as the real ones. I should have looked at that chest. I didn't see it.
Come on, let's fight.
Wow.
That'll do.
There's so many illusions on this run. For some reason, this is just the thing they all got.
Don't keep me waiting. My boon from chaos is transformed.
I can use my special again. Love to see it.
In the name of Hades.
Hey, bud.
The butterfly I gave to you. Stay back then, and it'll make you stronger once I'm finished here.
It's not a bad idea, except for the timer.
Beat me, Zach.
One way to find out.
You. Who dies next? It's over.
What the? Jesus, stuff everywhere right now. Oh no! I actually got by that nonsense. I thought he got shoved. Oh well, I'm gonna get some HP here anyway.
Life is short. You're reckless, but you're quick.
Show me, Charon. Why not?
Is this worth my time? Level 3 Demeter, I don't know about that.
Let's go make Father mad. Greetings, Father.
One scratch and all your efforts will be lost.
Let's go, you wretches.
Heck, there's a lot of enemies. Oh, here comes another huge wave. It's because that 60% boost. Man, they're still spawning, huh?
Happiness riches.
Simple.
That cast is why I thought this would be worth it.
Cooled me off.
It's not upgraded though.
Thanks, Daedalus.
Ready, sisters. What have you done with the pact, Zacharias? This isn't even Asphodel, and I can barely tolerate the heat. Do you really want to die this terribly?
Appreciate all the concern, but I just thought I'd live a little, Meg. You ought to try it for yourself sometime.
You ought to try watching your mouth. You want a swift and painful death, you'll have one momentarily.
Probably.
Now, sisters. Don't go anywhere. Hear me, wretches, and come fight with me.
Oh, she got me.
Fine, then.
The other sisters left.
Off to a pretty good start here.
Okay.
Oh man. I don't want to get rid of any of these. I can get Heartbreak Strike back, but I'll just purge this and get this back, I guess.
The gods won't mind. Let's see here. Broke out of Tartarus. Thank you.
I only have 90 seconds left on the clock.
Ugh, this heat.
This took 9 minutes. I need to move faster. Getting big chunks of damage now, though.
Back to dust. Time to collect.
Message for you, boss. It says, you're rather slow. If only somebody could help you out with that. Huh, fancy that? What a coincidence.
That's not much attack. This is a lot of money. I'm gonna take this probably, though.
The haste of Hermes. Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Is it boss time already? No. Mini boss time, apparently.
The witch's circle. things.
My special is stronger. It's back. It's upgraded. Yeah, that's what I want.
Am I interrupting something?
Got a good build going on now. Hey, come here.
There's more.
Come back here. Oh, I took damage from the bomb he drops when he dies.
Something else.
Can I roll those into hearts? What pool is the heart in? Okay, so there's 3 sets of pools then. Oh no. I knew I'd get hit as soon as those. I hate this enemy when Turbo's on at least, but they're one of the most violent enemies in this game. They come up out of the ground and fire 5 shots, and I don't have a weapon that can deal with that usually, so I'm always doing the range stuff. They counter it directly.
What's in the pool this time?
They show up and taking damage. That's just the way it is.
Olympus, I accept this message.
30% move speed or 16 coins per room. These are really good. I think I want the move speed. That's just so much.
Lerny, hiss once if you think you're going to lose.
I need to start using my special here. Get that bonus damage.
Anyway. Meg.
Hydra troubles Acris.
Got 6 minutes of overtime here.
And clear.
How's this thing doing? It's already at 22%, yeah.
20 boons worth giving up.
See the lightning reflexes.
Ooh, that's cold. That's it for Asphodel. There. How about another?
Nice. He just immediately was reconstituting himself. Okay, this ruins me, completely ends the build, so that's banned. That's garbage. This isn't so bad, but I gotta go for the damage boost power shot. Again, same build as last time.
Power knot grows stronger.
Oh boy. Heck.
Hear me on my authority. Rearming. I can't.
Wow. Stop it.
Not now.
Somehow didn't get hit there.
Death's keepsake grows stronger.
Appears it's time we challenge one another once again. Prepare.
But there's big chunks on him. Oh, what? What a jerk. Right at the end of the fight, he got me.
Enough, short one.
Tell Theseus I said hi. In the name of Hades. Not yet.
Not what I want to deal with right now. There's just way too many of these when they spawn. Huh. There's so many. I mean, that's gonna heal me, so I guess I'll do it. I don't know how I lost so much health in the first place. I haven't been getting hit that much. Only 8 health from that. That really went down fast. Does this get accelerated too? That thing is a little bit ruined in this. That didn't take that long.
Give me a better boon.
Ahoy, my nephew, it is I.
Ooh, that's good. Still late, but
that's better.
I see his money bag, but I'm not dealing with that. I probably should have, but oh well.
The gods want me to choose.
What have I done, good nephew, to deserve such scorn? Your lapse in judgment here is not so easy to forgive, yet easily punished.
Apologies, Lord Zeus.
What the?
Here comes his wrath.
Freaking shield, guys. Of course it is. This is the worst. I just took 100 damage to them. I can't do anything here. I'm just getting clobbered, man. I'm dying. These guys. Really need to be more careful. Please stop having shields. I hate this. Man. I'm gonna die in here.
I wish.
Wow. This is such a mess. I just can't deal with that enemy right now.
All right, let's call the score between...
I can't believe I healed and still died in this room. What a mess. Jeez.
Can't do that.
Well, with any luck, I'll get that back, I guess. I don't know. That sucked so much. I really need some HP.
More long spears.
They're so fast. I wasn't having trouble with Elysium until all of a sudden. Jeez. I'm losing my run. It was a good run. I don't know what I'm doing now. All of a sudden, just can't play anymore. Heck.
Pleasure doing business. These two.
Upon my faith, you'll take not one more step toward the light of day.
Not yet.
Did I use all of those somewhere? Where did I waste that?
They know our victory is certain here.
Oh, come on. Ow, dude. I got bombed real bad. That's not good. I never get hit by those. Oh god. He wouldn't stop it. Oh well, this run's over, unfortunately.
You struck down the bull.
You're next, King.
A solid hit. Monster, you have no bearing and no grace.
Don't know what happened. Don't know how I lost control of this so badly all of a sudden.
Just completed the repairs. Goddess of Enoch, I'll need your aid now. You blackhead.
Who's champion now? Nice. Thank you for your support, my shade.
Aw, man. It's merciless with this.
That's one less burn.
If I purge move speed, I can get the death defy back. I'm going to. Wish they didn't kill me in there. That sucked.
So close.
No HP at all. What the?
No way.
I got damage. If I play really well, I could still win this, but I'd have to be really... It might depend on what mini bosses he summons in phase 1, honestly. I don't know. That could happen. I have plenty of time.
Not now.
What the? I took 10 damage because he spawned on me?
Should fetch me something. I'm back. Huh. Not now.
Get me out of here. Nice.
Hey, a Sata sack already.
Jeez, that healing hurts, man.
No Cerberus. Here's the fee. Stronger still.
Loss has the prince again.
Well, really hurt him a lot.
Thanks, Void.
But I've been in worse places.
Hate to keep you from your parchment work.
The sea and air are very still this eve. Darkness.
I think the chill will help here.
Prepare. Darkness.
Where'd he go?
He clobbered me there. Oh boy. Come on, man.
Darkness. Heed me, wretches, on my authority.
Sinners, now is the time to strike.
My foolish brother cannot help you now.
Summoning too many bosses on me, eh?
Go home. Darkness. Darkness.
Oh, come on, man. Stand still. He's being a huge jerk.
Let's finish this.
I can't think of many worse things he could spawn than that monster.
Father.
Now.
Sinners, that can be arranged.
He left. Oh boy. It's not over yet.
Fight me for real, damn you. Darkness.
I can outpace his healing. It's good for me when he tries. Big guns.
Oh, you want
Hades air horn.
I shall see you back at home. Such strength for
The name of someone very sore right now. My weapon shuddered at the touch of it.
Okay, well, time to permanently ban a couple of things on that mirror.
Just then, how about a very small, yet very deadly beetle landed upon Hydra, slaying Zagreus, ending his attempt? No!
Made it happen. That was, didn't think I'd get there when Asterius killed me, and I died to some minions.
Well, that was interesting.
But Hades is no match for me being able to do 2,000 damage to him when he's trying to heal.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Just come on in.
I just got back shortly before you did. You have been keeping our contractor rather busy, I must say. Commissioning these frivolous projects around the house with the wealth you wrest from my domain. What are you hoping to achieve?
Oh, you know, just giving back to the community. Figure if I'm to keep getting dragged back here, it might as well be somewhat livable. You've always been there for me, boy.
I'm sorry he disturbed you, Cerberus.
Queen Persephone, all of us, we are most pleased you're back. If there is anything that I can do to ease your acclimation to this house, you need but ask.
Why, thank you, Thanatos. I'll take you up on that if I can think of anything anytime soon. But my, you've grown. I understand you've been looking after my son in the meantime.
Your son, he is very capable of looking after himself, it turns out. Although I try to be there just in case. Though I must beg your pardon, Queen. Someone awaits me on the surface now.
I know how mortals hate waiting around.
The fallen warrior in Elysium we spoke of. He seems like a good man, though. Was he always the despondent sort?
No, lad. I was that sort, I think, but he was not. He was one of the only men I knew who did not look upon me as a threat. He saw something in me I never knew was there. And in turn, with him, I felt... how to describe it? Calm. Whole.
I'm restless all the time. I can only imagine.
He had this wry humor about him, like he was wise beyond his years. A quality I trust shall see him through his struggles now. Although, I hoped residing at Elysium would mean he wouldn't have to struggle any longer.
He shouldn't, sir. And neither should you.
Are you the one whom I should thank for this most wondrous music stand, my friend? Why, it is positively splendid, isn't it?
It's alright.
A renowned court musician ought to have the finest means available, I think. I'm pleased you like it, Orpheus. Though, tell me something. How can it play your music when you're not even here?
Who can explain the secret art of Daedalus, my friend? Know only that, whenever it produces music for your listening enjoyment, that the sound you hear is coming from my soul.
Amazing. And a bit unsettling.
Oh, hi!
Dusa, I can't shake this feeling, so I wanted to apologize to you, because I think when we first met, I don't think I took it the right way. I never had a fan before. I wanted to live up to your idea of me.
Oh, Prince, Zagreus, don't worry about that. Even I didn't know what I was going through. When I first started working here, I was just so impressed with you. I mean, you were the only one who would stand up to your father. I thought about you all the time.
But you didn't even know me yet. We didn't get to talking for what seemed like ages. You can be difficult to find, since I can't fly up to the rafters like you can.
Well, I'm so glad you kept trying to talk to me. If you hadn't, I'd probably be up in the rafters still, building up this idea of you that's not even as good as the real thing.
Oh, thank you, Dusa.
I didn't catch any fish on that loser run.
Give me the current special.
Run for chumps.
Hey, Skelly. Oh, no. I have a feeling I know what this is. It's another statue of you, Skelly. It's amazing.
What? You really mean that, pal? Look, I'm sorry I messed up your statues, boyo. Really. When I saw them, I just kind of freaked. But then I figured there's no way he's gonna see how they turn out, so I just roll with it, you know?
You shouldn't have underestimated me, mate. But I shouldn't have said such awful things about your statues. You must have really gone out of your way to get them here.
Oh, you better believe it, pal. So how about we call it even? We've been through a lot. Both of us. Really learned from this experience, and now we share a deeper understanding, yeah?
We certainly have, mate. And we certainly do. Should take my spear.
Is this any good? I mean, 150% spin damage.
Truly the work of a great master.
You earned it, pal. Didn't hurt.
A statue and a resub.
Hey Rizzy, thanks for sub. I have trouble with it because I don't like standing still very much. It's the trouble I had trying to do that run just there, but oh.
Come, Sigius. Aegis. Beowulf.
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
I mean, they want me to use the spear, I'll try it. I don't think I'm going to upgrade it any further than this, though. What's that symbol? What the heck? Oh, they take more damage. Okay.
That kind of hurt. Right in the cranium.
Yeah, it's important that I actually use that spin. Gotta take that.
What'd I miss?
Okay.
Okay, time to turn all of this off.
Ready.
I didn't mean to leave, heck. I always misclick the start button.
Hey, Skelly.
I gotta watch this cutscene again.
I have a feeling I know what this is. It's another statue of you, Skelly.
I think
It's
there's
amazing.
a prophecy for unlocking them all
mean that, pal?
or something.
Look,
I don't think you have to play them all.
you gonna hit me?
Yeah, here it is. You need to do this. But I don't think you need to play as all these. It's only 6 diamonds anyway. I mean, the only reward in here I care about now is Divine Pairings, which is incredibly light. Like, what? Vengeful Mood? Well, I'm gonna look these up. Ice Wine. How can I be missing so many of those? Rest of fog is the requirement for all of these. Okay, I want Dionysus with Artemis, Demeter, and Zeus.
There.
I wonder how many more times I have to play this now here. It doesn't seem like it's done yet.
Not even tired, thanks. Baratha. Okay.
All right. They can have these things. But is my heat at 15? Oh, okay. This is like my default settings here, I think. 17, I think is what I want to run at as a standard. I don't really like the rest of these much. If I were looking for a challenge, I would turn this up to here-ish. When does this ever cap? Do you ever stop getting prizes? I've seen people doing streaks at 25 for some reason, which seems like a weird number to stop at.
I'm asking for it.
Isn't that the overflowing cup I handed down to you? I'm glad you like it, man. I guess it's overflowing still because I figure otherwise I couldn't tell at all.
Okay, I need this. I mean, that's good. That's really good. I want to take that. I'll get Trippy Shot later. Wow. I didn't like 1U very much. It was rough.
Do your worst. Power of Olympus.
Well, there's a couple more I could turn on that I don't mind. I like these that I have on now. I like the game better with them on, and I wouldn't mind them being on all the time.
Change of plan.
Who else you got? Oh, come on. Wow. So the money turned to the heart? The money and the heart are in the same pool? I guess I don't understand when I should be rolling that. I was hoping to get one of the other gods.
Over there. right now.
Oh, come on. Ares. I'll do it.
Punishment has its perks.
Hopefully I can find my hammer after this mess.
I see that you've returned.
Wars require great alliances, my kin, and so I shall entrust to you some of the greatest methods of destruction I've devised thus far.
Oh man, I'll take that, I guess.
To my health.
Should I?
Full.
Really don't want.
What else?
Oh, okay, whatever. I was hoping to get Demeter or somebody else, not her.
Come get smashed to bits. Mine. Broken to bits.
Just give me another epic Dionysus here.
Strength of the centaurs. I can take it.
You chose to visit me again within these darkest reaches of the earth, as I in turn now choose to offer you the means to alter your reality.
Better attack. Better boons. I don't know if my special or my attack's gonna be my thing yet. I'm not decided. Hammer. Here. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. You can move it forward. You charge it and then dash.
Now to fix up this spear.
A little bit, anyway. Massive spin. Sounds good to me. How massive is it? Oh, okay, it's the whole screen. I understand. It's just the whole screen, that's all. No big deal. Just all of it. pretty decent. My dash is terrible. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pass on those two for chaos here. I don't know if I want to do that.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'm not getting a very good dash right now because my dash is ruined, but no, I never knew about this. This makes spin way better. Being able to take it and move it somewhere.
In the name of Hades.
That's huge. No special for a while, and then we get 53 HP. This is an HP run. Yeah, I need the Chaos Fish for my journal. It's the one fish I don't have. And he's not giving it to me. They keep ignoring my fish need. Yes, I should not have done that. That's true. There's an upgrade that makes your spin fast. That's what I want to find because I'm having trouble with this now. Heck. Chaos is messing me up. Jeez.
Not yet.
There he is. That was really close.
Hope she won't be back anytime soon.
I saw a fish behind Hades and he was not interacting with it, so I would say no. My dash is finally fixed. That was really bad. Not having it there, that was really awful.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
Jeez.
How many times?
Keepsakes hold power.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to Demeter now. Demeter is going to give me the duo I'm looking for, and I think it's gonna be good.
Closer to the surface. Check.
But I still need Trippy Shot. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he has dialogue, because there's a million lines in this game. He didn't say anything when I saw it, though.
Good for the health. Where now?
Hey, hon. You got anyone special in your life, by the way, hon? You seem like you'd be good for somebody out here.
You know what? Yes, I do, Eurydice. Things have moved so fast for me lately, I barely stop to think about it, though. It helps not having to go through everything alone. Just knowing I'll see them again soon.
know what you mean. And hey, that's great. Long as you can still be yourself. I've known too many nymphs. Their whole lives revolved around somebody they loved. I bet whoever it is that loves you, it's because of who you are. Sure thing, hon.
Why, thank you.
Nice. She upgraded it.
Yeah.
One more room and I can use my heckin' hangover again. And chaos ruined me. You guys ain't nothing without that weird speed bonus. The 20% helps them so much.
Thank the gods.
There's Demeter. And Artemis too, which is good. That means I don't need to
On to the next one.
work too hard on summoning her.
Trouble.
Dude has a shockwave now? Oof. Their little abilities are really awful. Jeez. See, this is the problem that I have with Spin, is that I don't actually have a chance to ever charge it up in a fight like this. It's never an opening for it. Taking so much damage.
I didn't catch her name.
The frost-bitten horn which you bear once overflowed. It holds a certain power still, of course. But never again shall mortal kind take it for granted.
There's a second one. Oh heck. I'm getting clobbered. I need to heal. He just fired in the complete wrong direction and I dove into it. Didn't even know where I was. Maybe just read my mind.
That hurt.
How'd you been seeing the Fury Megara house? Got the impression she was quite a handful, though I guess the same can probably be said of you there, huh? You two have fun.
It's him.
I am here. This one is off the record, Zagreus. Come on.
Good.
Don't be too reckless to outpace me.
I'll be as reckless as I want.
Time's up. That was mine. Stay out of the way.
Oh heck.
Come, wretches.
You die next. Another gone.
Gotta hold on.
I want to use. Bless leave no trace of this. I'll take more down next time.
Thanks for the help.
I don't think I'm gonna get my duo. I need Dionysus to show up a bunch. I need to get his cast still.
Olympus, I accept this message.
First. That's a special.
No way.
Yeah, hopefully I can do well here because I'm hurting.
Kill you. Hiss.
I'm not sure. I think the full charge of the spin does do more damage. I wasn't sure about that.
Megara.
How could you stay in this heat?
Good, no more heads.
HP.
Emerged from Asphodel intact.
Really hard for it. Oh boy. That's a lot of money for that.
Cheers.
Hoping for the spin move for sure, because the spin move would be
Come on then.
incredible. Yuck.
Pathetic.
There it is. Let's see just how fast this goes.
Extra pointy.
Now we got something. I've never done this build before. I don't think the bonus spin damage that debuff applies to spin itself. Like I can't just spin over and over again for damage on that buff.
Okay. Zesty. Should help keep me going.
cast inflicts chill. I didn't even think about it, but I can't get the duos I was looking for because I have Ares' cast. I'm looking to replace it, so I don't want to upgrade it.
How about another?
Let's see if you can cut through my coat this time.
My spin's better. Wow.
Enough. Well fought.
Got you, Bullman. Olympus, I accept this message.
Not giving it to me. Another try here. I think it's maybe lower priority on the RNG list because I already have a cast upgrade. But I know it's possible to get a replacement. I think it's a pipe dream on this run to get that.
That one's regenerating.
What the heck are they?
I can't. In the name of Hades.
Bah. Spin's working pretty well. This is the spin build. I think that you can't get much better than this for spins, but I guess maybe if Doom were on it instead of Freeze on my attack would be better. I'll take a drink first because
one of them
Adam's going to be mad.
I'm looking for his throat. I'm not getting it, dang it.
How about another?
Do you believe I give my blessings liberally, Zagreus? Well, then I've news for you.
Have mercy, Demeter.
Farewell.
Oh boy.
I am the eldest of Olympus, Zagreus, and I expect for you to treat me suitably.
He's getting every single buff he has except for the one I want. I don't even really like the one I'm looking for. That's why it's not done.
That one's rearming.
Ew. You get your spin interrupted when you take any damage at all. That hurts. I didn't notice.
In the name of Hades.
He really isn't gonna give it to me.
Thank you, mate.
He's gonna run out of buffs to give me. He's gonna have to give it to me someday.
She'll keep me going. Oh, wow.
Behold, Asterius! Our hated enemy has come to be dispatched before a loving crowd once more!
You braggart! By my honor and the gods, you shall soon be destroyed!
Yeah, I know there is. I have the one that lets me reroll rooms. I'm not sure which one I like better. I've had trouble with both of them. The boon reroll always gives me the same boons, and the other one I don't know how to use very well. I haven't had much luck with either one of them.
Coming from this crowd.
Fiend, who taught you such sloppy technique? That's it, Fiend.
could you?
They say to never meet your heroes.
To my greatest fan. Happy to entertain you, Shades.
I'll just leave this on. It's fine.
That was Elysium. In the bag. Hope it's nicer outside than it is in here.
And he's not even here. Oh well.
Can't do that. It's no use. Not yet.
Pretty good for this room.
No use. It's that giant snake stone once again. Cured. You're gone. Hi, Aphrodite.
Why, did sorrowful old Demeter get all the way to you before I did? She stubbornly refuses me when I offer to help. Unlike you, little godling.
Ooh, good.
Another status effect.
I'll pay for that. Maybe this way.
How much more health do I need?
Look at all that coin. Should come in useful. Found it already. A special treat for Cerberus. Palm power. I'll take it.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Well, I didn't get any new ones on this run. I tried. Just didn't see them.
Bye for now, boy.
I should have made sure I got the cast from Dionysus before I did anything else with it. Picking up Ares was a mistake.
All right, this is it.
I knew someday the Eternal Spear would turn on me.
I have that move. bad at dodging that sometimes. I need to pay more attention.
I trust you had a pleasant journey here.
It went all right now that you mention it.
How truly wonderful to hear.
Demeter, I shall take everything away.
And Demeter's pissed.
Darkness. Darkness.
Oh no. Why am I cursed to fight these two again?
Demeter, a wasteland void of life.
Darkness. There. Darkness.
Ugh. What next?
Darkness.
This fight is out of control, man.
I shall not fall to you again.
Let me go.
He broke the pot on me.
Hold still.
Demeter, beware of winter's cold.
Fall, blast you. This is for your own good.
I decided the best approach for this fight is to cheat with the huge range that I have on spin through the wall. Oh, he got me with 2 of those bombs.
No more. Yeah, boy.
can't use a spear throw on me when I'm hiding behind the wall like a jerk. He misses every time.
Again, you have defeated me somehow. And yet, I cannot remain.
I did it. By my father's name.
Yeah. Energy drums.
Opens underneath the feet of the ill-fated prince, and from it vents a cloud of superheated water vapor, steam as it is known. And probably you know what happens next.
No, no!
Yeah. Got to a geyser.
Did pretty well that time. Yusei's doing all right.
Well, welcome to the House of Hades, where death is our business.
Get some rest, mate.
Just please be careful where you go after you eat all this time. Okay, Serby?
Meant to tell you, recently I noticed Megara, and I believe I saw the faintest smile play across her lips. That anything to do with you, perhaps? Not asking for specifics, mind.
You really think that has to do with me? I mean, I hope you're right, and I suppose it's possible. It's just, how can you tell?
Perhaps with time I've grown keen to more than just the weaknesses of my enemies on the battlefield. Especially since I don't have those anymore. I'm happy for you, lad. The two of you.
Thanks, Achilles. That means a lot.
Frederick?
Hey, Than. For all the times you've bailed me out and just all the times you've been around for me, I thought I'd get you this. The real thing.
Ambrosia. Zagreus, where did you even... Don't you think this is a bit excessive?
You say that like it's a bad thing. A little bit of excess from time to time never hurt anyone, I'm sure.
Oh, you would be surprised. Though if you're going to embarrass me, you know what? I am going to reciprocate. Behold.
What? Thanatos, is this... You're really giving Mort to me? I'm deeply honored. Hey, what is it you're always staring at out there anyway, Than? I don't see anything.
The river Styx is right in front of you and you don't see anything, Zag? I can watch it endlessly. Studying a competition, you might say. Most mortals expect to get here by river with Charon, not with me.
So you're locked in ruthless battle with a river, searching it for any signs of weakness, that sort of thing? That sounds stressful.
I find it rather soothing, as a matter of fact. A break from having to deal constantly with mortal souls. Speaking of which, I have to pick somebody up right now.
Go get them.
Those chthonic companion things you have from Nyx, or whoever they ended up with. I know they have been benefiting you.
Yeah, well, I'm to attempt to escape this place by any means necessary, right? I figure if I can call on Olympus for aid, maybe some of my friends can help me in a pinch as well.
Not what I mean. Some of your friends have been reluctant to engage against me during our scuffles on the surface.
Oh boy.
Know that I have authorized them to proceed if necessary.
Wait, really? You're saying it's okay for your own loyal subjects to side against you up there? You won't take it out on them?
I consider it an expansion of their responsibilities. Now go.
Finally.
Orpheus must be an
You have
asphodel.
done well, even among those born longest ago within the deepest reaches of the underworld. I have seldom encountered anyone so united with the darkness of this domain as you are, child.
United with the darkness? I've just been picking it up here and there, although for quite a while since you mentioned it. I'm not sure that I feel any different, though.
Surely that is not so. Think back on when you started all of this. You now know so much more, are capable of so much more.
Huh, I suppose. Looks like Meg's the featured house servant right now.
Let me go see what his summon does. This takes like 10 seconds every time I play it now. How many more times do I need to play it to advance that? The longest quest.
Getting there.
He's never there to give drinks to, so it's
Who needs sleep?
pretty rough. To get it from him, it feels like.
Boyo?
That one looks interesting.
Your summon deals 3,500 damage in an area in front of you after a brief delay. Sounds good.
Aegis hungers. I see this aspect clearly now.
After your bull rush. I don't want a bull rush just to get multiple throws though. That sounds fun. This is really good though. Okay. I think I'm gonna switch this.
How about a new beginning? Maxed out already. Felt that, I think.
This shield here is really good because of this. If you learn the range on that, you can just park it in a good place and it will just continue to do pretty steep damage. And if you put a status effect on that, it's just permanent. And you can attack while it's doing that. So I think this is my favorite one of the shields for sure.
Farther than I can see from here.
Fill the heat gauge to 5. How about 17? Yeah.
Said our goodbyes already.
Alright, that'll do for now. We got Arcade Pit in 5 hours. See you then, folks.